This is Just John O, and today I'm here to talk about how to fall in love with the boredom of the grind. Now, I know whenever people talk about the grind, they actually, usually on social media, well, this is why you can maybe only take it with a grain of salt and even take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Or if it doesn't apply to you at all, that's completely fine because I've noticed that I've had a lot of scenarios like that when it comes to taking advice from social media. And I think the best piece of advice is to try to learn from personal experience and try to find mentors in your real life and then actually apply that and go from there. So, what I was saying about how to fall in love with the grind and the strenuous like task taking abilities of trying your hardest every day and trying to make a difference. So what I would say is always look at it from this perspective. Look at it from a glass half full perspective, as in whenever you are doing something, let's just say you've been at the gym for a while or you have been working a certain part-time job for a while and you want to level up and move to maybe a different corporation or you want a better position at your corporation, always realize that you're actually in more of a privileged position than others because you're in a position where you're actually able to put that many hours in. And I know it can be strenuous and tiring because people always want to spend time more with their family or their friends or just doing social activities or something more fun related. And I agree with that as well. But what I was saying was it's uh, kind of good to fall in love with the idea of being in a sort of privileged position because I know you did work hard to get there and I know you did put a lot of effort in and you were smarter than a lot of people and you were able to figure things out at said job or said task more than others because if you were able to achieve it and actually attain that position is what I meant, actually attain it. If you were actually to attain said position and then you were actually to achieve it, you would uh, achieve the long-term success of you going to it and doing it properly, said job. Or even if it was you going to the gym, you could see that you're eating healthier, you're showing up every day. That's something that you could actually find actually very beautiful in life. And I feel like a lot of people they do this actually that are in these positions. The people that are in what you would say would be better financial positions than others or better working circumstances than others, people that are usually trying to level up or whatnot, they're usually in a position where they actually they can appreciate that and they can find it beautiful. Now, for me, like someone that's starting at not square one, but I'd say like out of 10 levels, I'm on like level three. I'd say how to fall in love with it would be to look at it from a glass half full perspective and to always say, well, I'm doing this now so that in the future I can actually have a better perspective. So throughout this whole journey, I'm just going to see it as a positive thing and I'm going to take it into being a positive aspect into my life. And what I'm gonna do is almost treat it like a garden, right? So it depends on the season, right? It's in the winter, if you have a garden and you want to take care of it, maybe get some sort of big container type system so you can block off all the frozen weather and the winter weather from said garden so that your garden can flourish. And then in the summer, spring, and fall, well, mainly the fall, you just have to kind of get new utensils and get new nourishment for the plants and for the flowers. And then in the summer and the spring, you can know it's going to be good hot weather outside so that that plus rainy season will equate to the plants growing and being nice and healthy so that you can have a nice fresh garden. Now, I want you to think about that from what I'm saying when I apply this to myself. And I don't want to seem like I'm coming off across as too self centered because although I do want to give this advice to myself, I don't want it to be perceived as too narcissistic in a way because that could mean that I'm not trying to actually improve anyone's life. But what I'm doing with creating videos in general and even talking about the topic of how to fall in love with the grind, I'm saying this to say if I can tell myself to do it, I feel like you can tell yourself to do it as well. And I think that actually just makes it better in society because a lot of us end up being more productive. We don't have to go through periods of doubt too much or thinking negatively, and then we can actually raise children, and then eventually our children can have grandchildren, and then we can all uh, have like a better life overall, and then let's just say you come from a circumstance where you're middle class or something, and then you want to move to the upper class or the upper middle class, or even you want to get into a better living condition, and you want to actually move into a new place. I think falling in love with the grind can help you with that because you can actually have goals. And that's another thing I was going to say. So if you have goals and you see why your goals are actually going to help you in the future, or they're helping you in the present moment, that's another way to fall in love with the grind. See that these goals, that whatever they may be, financial, emotional, social, like fulfillment wise, if you can see that these are actually going to hit all these and check these boxes off, I'd say go for it and do your best every day, just like I'm trying. And this is just Toronto Double O. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.